No, you're supposed to have been here at 11.
Every day you get to meet 5 very talented musicians and get to watch them film their music video, and that's exactly what I'm just about to do. I'm here in London's South Bank to take a sneak peek behind the scenes of the filming of Opaque's latest video, Violence. Hailing from Peterborough, Opaque have grown up with the likes of Bob Dylan, the Stone Roses, the Beatles and Blur to name but a few. But when asked who they sound like, they say, no one else. Funky folk rock is how they best describe their sound. So I'm going to meet them and find out for myself. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Opaque. And you've heard the music, now let's meet the band. Boys, how you doing?
Good, thank you. Fine, thank
Very
you.
good. I feel like I'm in the scene from Men in Black, and I'm not really in Black. So, I think first things first, you should introduce yourselves and tell us what you do.
Hi, I'm Jim. I play the drums.
Okay.
I'm Benny, and I play synths, samples and all manner of weird sounds.
We'll come back to that.
I'm Steve, and I play electric guitar.
Graham, bass guitar and backing vocals.
I'm Moony, I play acoustic guitar and sing.
Very good. Okay, so I know all your names, so I know who's who now. Because I read on your website a very interesting description on you all, and I want you to tell me if it's true or false. So, Graham, you're the very chilled one. I can see you're very laid back. Is this true?
I think so. You better ask these guys, really.
Is he quite chilled most of the time?
Yeah.
About as laid back as they come, yeah.
Like a deck chair.
So what does it take to get you excited, Graham?
All sorts. Leave you to
We should discuss this later, though, I feel.
Later,
Yeah.
okay, we'll write that in the diary. Okay, Steve, now then, on first impression, I can see you're innocent and sweet.
Thank you.
And the more we get to know you, the stranger you are, fact or fiction?
I wouldn't say strange, I would say intelligent. But
Go on, give us a
I'm
random
sweet and
fact.
innocent in a relationship sense.
Give us a random fact to prove your intelligence.
And there's 365 days in a year.
Wow, now I'm told to
Thank you.
steal everything. Thank you very much. Okay, Jim, you like playing the drums, don't you?
I do indeed.
You like banging things?
Yeah.
Can we edit that out?
Always the
What I've noticed as the days progressed is that you keep disappearing. Where do you go?
I do tend to get distracted by things. And,
Right? Such as?
well, you know, I do have a tendency to go to the toilet quite often.
That's healthy.
Yeah, of
Healthy
course.
boy. That's nice. Benny T.
Yeah.
What does the T stand for?
Turner. It's nothing
Turner.
exotic, I'm afraid, it's just my
It's not really like a
surname.
bit of tea and biscuits now and again.
I do, but yeah.
Terrible.
Peppermint or Earl Grey?
What's that?
Peppermint or
More
Earl
of a
Grey?
chimer.
It's got to be Earl Grey.
Earl Grey. You're the right kind of man. We never know what we're going to get with you. You like a pick and mix?
Yeah, that's me.
Talk about him
I
or
just-
his sounds.
He sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, I just sort of go with it, whatever. I just sort of improvise and get some weirdness happening in the
That's
background.
good. You like that? You like that?
Sounds like
Absolutely.
je ne sais quoi.
Interest.
Well done.
Very good. Moony, you're the one with direction.
Yeah, I suppose I am.
So which way are you going with the band?
As far forward as I can possibly go, really. Before someone stops me or boots me out their office or whatever it takes, really.
I'm sure that's not going to happen. I've been watching you and I have to say you are so energetic on stage. Where do you get that energy from?
The music. The music, really. You know, it's much the same as, you know, when you're in your car and you've got stereo on and nobody's watching and suddenly, you know, that inner beast comes out and, you know, once you're on stage you've got a band behind you, you know, you either stand there and do jack all or just let yourself go with the music.
You're a fantastic performer, I have to say. Do you write all the songs or most of the songs?
Most of the songs.
Okay, so where do you get your inspiration from? This goes for all of you for your songs.
I suppose just life, really, just living life, you know, whether it be relationships, whether it be the news, and as well as that, you know, fiction. Just sometimes, you know, you can write a song and it can be, you know, quite heartfelt, and then decide to just go off on a tangent and, you know, add a little bit of fiction, a little bit of quirk to it.
Make something up random.
Yeah.
It works. So tell me, how did you all get together in the first place? How long have you been going?
I think Opaque itself has been going for probably, correct me if I'm wrong, 4 or 5 years, maybe longer, I don't know. I mean, this lineup's been together for about a year and a half.
Not for me, it's 4 years. It's about 3 years for me.
Yeah, and you were
A year
the
for
first.
me.
Yeah.
So you've all joined at different times, basically.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so it basically did start about 4 years ago with me, my friend Richard, and a girl, Kerry. From that point, it took another year to get the band together, and I'd say the lineup we have now has been together for about a year and a half.
So this is it now, this is the
This
final
is it,
lineup.
it's going nowhere.
This is going
I
up.
hope.
So you mean the lineup's going up?
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
going
yeah,
everywhere.
yeah.
What does Opaque stand for? Where did the name come from? You all look completely blank.
No, I was trying to be polite and not say anything.
This is my mum.
Yeah, it was me that named it.
Tights.
There is an ethos behind the name and all that sort of stuff, but it all sounds a bit, you know, arty-farty, la-di-da. But yes, the word opaque, if you look in the dictionary definition is hard to understand, difficult to see through, it lets the light through. And so yeah, I won't explain anymore. There you go.
I like it. It may be arty-farty, but I like it. It's very good. Now then, I heard you play quite a few of your songs tonight. Jazz Cafe I'm loving. Obviously Violence was the video that we filmed today, which was fantastic. You wrote that the day after September the 11th, I believe.
That's correct, yes.
Were you sitting on your own in your room and just thought you were
No,
just
I was
inspired?
in Futureventura.
Oh, it's nice there.
Yes.
It's a nice place.
So I was,
if you want to go on
yeah, I was, you know, sitting by the pool and whatnot, went over to the bar to get a drink and saw it on the news and everything, and, you know, a bit of a dampener on your holiday, as you would.
Yeah.
Went back that night, sort of sat on the balcony and thought the right song, and there you go. Bob's your auntie.
Yes. Lovely. Now, who takes the longest to get ready? I'm guessing Steve.
I'm guessing very correctly. Right.
Well, that's because he knew that opaque is to do with tights, and
Yes.
that worries me, but, you know, we won't go
I haven't got any on today.
So you
Only on
take the longest to
Tuesdays.
get ready?
Yeah, I don't know why really.
We don't know why either,
I
mate.
don't really do my hair or makeup.
No.
You don't, do me a favour, can we just get a close-up on his hair? You don't normally do your hair, so it grew like that.
What's the foundation?
Yeah, it does. It does grow up and it grows up in the middle. So if
It
anyone
looks
was-
good though.
Thank you very much.
Okay, now then, who gets the most female attention?
Oh, we still sticking with me then, are we? that's fine. I don't know.
I
Really.
don't know. I think
3 are in
generally-
relationships. You have to bear in mind.
Right.
I think
Sorry,
generally the
girls.
front man
Yeah,
gets
men.
it, doesn't he? Front man gets it. I think he really gets the most.
I get the
He's a
crazy
smooth
chicks.
talker as well.
Yeah, I get the crazy ones. No
That
doubt.
throw themselves at you. Have you ever had anything really weird thrown at you whilst you're on stage?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
No.
No, we're still waiting.
We'll organise that for later.
Yeah.
There's something sorted. Okay, I read that you actually put out a file whilst continuing to play and perform. Please fill me in.
Yeah, that was.
Go on, Jim.
I decided to set fire to my cymbal one night.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and the fire just dripped onto the carpet, and I didn't notice it. Luckily, Moony turned around to see it and just put it out whilst playing.
Whilst
Quite
playing.
impressive.
Having to stamp it out
You're
whilst
kidding me.
playing. He's
Panic
still
gig.
playing like everything's
So
happening.
for a guitarist, that was quite
Well, at least
impressive.
if it all goes wrong for you, you could become a fireman.
Oh, mine.
I didn't know you could set a cymbal on fire.
There's lighter fluid.
Really? So you're all okay. Not burnt fuss or anything.
Don't do it at home, kids.
Don't try that out. Okay, if you could do a collaboration with any artist, who would it be?
Are they dead or alive?
Either. We could rise them from the dead for you. We did it today in the
we
video.
did exactly.
Hard question.
It's
It is a hard question. I mean, I'd say just the band that I really, really love, REM.
R.E.M.
Yeah, go along the line then. Jimmy?
Jim?
I'd have to say Joy Division.
Sorry?
Joy Division.
Benny T, who would you like to do a collaboration with?
Band-wise,
Any band, solo artist?
solo artist, me.
Or other band,
Opaque, yeah. It's difficult to say. I'd say probably quite a new band which I'm into, Kasabian, which we played with. I think they're really good.
A nice collaboration.
Electric.
Yeah.
Steve?
Probably Beethoven, and I'd be the guitar company.
Nice.
Genius.
Any other thoughts?
No, I think
You like
that
those?
looks good.
What sort
Yeah,
of
I'd work with
those
any of
for
them.
your next gig then?
Or
They're
John
watching.
Lennon.
What's been your worst experience as a band so far, and your best experience since you formed? With this lineup?
Never having any money.
Never having any money.
Getting congestion charges.
Feckin' it. Sorry. I can't say that one. Sorry. Cut that.
When you got
Yeah, so we had a gig at the Comedy. I was working in Bristol that day, so I'd driven all the way from Bristol to London. I got there, parked straight outside the venue, walked in, said, guys, you've got to help me unload. I'm on double yellows. Walked out, and my car was on a pickup truck, getting taken away. We had to stop the truck, get my stuff out the back. £200. £200. So that
Ken
was,
Livingston, if you're watching,
yeah.
we don't like it.
No.
Do we?
So yeah, that was a bit of a bug.
Yeah.
What's been your best experience?
We played with
an interview.
a band called the Blue Tones a couple of times actually this year, and I used to be very much into Blue Tones. That was really good. For me personally.
For me, yeah.
Earthheart.
For me, it was the
Earthheart Festival.
Played the Earthheart Festival of Nomadic Living.
Wow.
And it was a real sort of alternative travellers festival. You know, no payment, no time to get on stage, no time to get off stage. Just it was a big top with just lanterns and cushions and
Random people.
everybody was, smiling and
Flying as well.
There's a lot of smoke there as well, but we don't know what
I
it
think
was
that was my favourite
like that.
gig of the year, most of that.
Yeah, definitely.
Now then, I read that your one of your tracks, which was called Instead of Me, was released on a Max Power Rally driving video.
This is true.
How did that come about? That's quite a good claim to fame.
Well, would you like that one?
Go on then.
Well, we've talked about band lineup. A couple of years ago, we had a different drummer, and it was through him. I think he worked for Max Power, and it was basically through him.
And it's
Not
cool.
what you know.
It's who you know.
Yeah.
So, how often do you rehearse together?
Once a week.
Once a week.
Once a week, that's all.
For about an hour and a half.
Wow. And where do you think you would like to see yourselves in, say, 5 years' time?
A couple of albums under our belt. Not getting pushed around by anybody or told to get up at any time in particular.
It'd be
Yeah,
nice.
but that's what happens when you make it.
Well, no, I think that's what happens for the first 5 years. After that, if you've made them a load of money, I reckon,
You tell them.
exactly. Third album, it's time to take a bit of control.
Make your own
Because
Mickle.
you're on your third album, aren't you? Human Leaves, is that your latest?
They're EPs, they're half albums, there's sort of 4 or 5 tracks, and they're all self-recorded.
Right. Okay, so I think the best way to find out a lot about people is to give them quick fire questions. So I'm going to, are you happy to answer them?
Yeah.
I'm going to fire them at you. In fact, I'm going to fire them at you individually, so whatever you get given, you answer, okay? Graham, have you ever seen a ghost?
No.
No. Moony, have you ever seen a ghost?
Oh. Yes.
What happened?
Oh no, all I know is when I was a kid, oh no, the shame. Okay, when I was a kid, I went on holiday to Pakistan, and we went to a place called Lahore, and we went to see my grandfather's grave, and I don't think it was a ghost, but that's the closest I've ever got, was that night, the night before we went, that night, I was laying in bed, and there was just this white, sort of figure, bearded man watching me, and I know, exactly. I shouldn't be telling this story because, I was 9 years old and it could have been anything. But
It wasn't Christmas,
it
no.
wasn't Christmas, no. But that's the
amazing.
closest I've.
That's brilliant. Steve, who was your last text message from?
A girl called Carly.
Carly.
Yeah,
Who's
it
Carly?
lives in Peterborough.
Oh, lives in Peterborough.
Yeah.
Carly from Peterborough,
Say hello
okay.
to her. Yes.
We'll leave it there, we'll leave
Hi,
it there.
Carly.
Ben, do you like plain food? And I mean, the type you get in an aeroplane, not
Yeah, I don't mind it. 'Cause
Really?
I'm always grateful for food at any time. I don't care what it
Do you go for the
is.
chicken or beef option?
I'd say chicken, yeah.
Chicken, always opt for chicken, I think. Jim, what radio station do you listen to?
Radio 2, it's got to be Wogan.
Really?
Yeah.
as well. If I was near enough, I'd shake your hand. Me and my grandma like it on a Sunday. It's all the old classics. I bet you don't listen to it on a Sunday, do you?
I don't usually get up till about 4 o'clock on
No, it's not.
Yeah,
It's
just
free.
normally
You
get
can
up
just make it. Moony, which character from Little Britain would you most compare yourself to?
Yes!
And that's
A little
true
flute,
as well.
Don't I? Just even a little flute. I don't know who he's called, but yes, the man with the little flute.
Yeah, I like him. What about you, Steve? Little Britain?
I haven't seen it much actually. I do love comedy, don't get me wrong, but I haven't had a chance to see it.
Ben, what's your favourite
Sorry.
comic show? Sitcom?
The Office, yeah. I don't
Oh,
know.
it's got to be The Office, hasn't it?
Definitely.
Don't you just love him?
Huh?
League of Gentlemen.
That's a good one as well. Graham, what's your favourite confectionery?
Oh, Mars bar.
Mars bar? Jim?
It'd have to be Twix.
Twix?
Yeah.
Right. There's a lot about it there. Don't know what, but we'll work it out. Ben, are you a shoes or trainers person? Stupid question.
Got to be trainers,
He's
really.
the only one with trainers on out of all of them. Okay, this is your last question. If you had to describe yourself in one word, we're going to start with Jim, what would it be?
No. Happy.
Lovely, I like that. Ben?
Random.
Good.
Original.
Very good.
Trustworthy.
Oh, trustworthy.
Not much
You
Gavin
always like
says.
a trustworthy man.
Me.
Very good. Dennis, it's been an absolute pleasure to meet you. I'm sure you're going to go on to be bigger and better.
Thank you very
Good
much.
luck.
Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Opaque with Violence.
Okay, tonight.
decide who lives and how many die. When you're juggling with human life, Did you see that look in their eyes? They had feelings like you. It's your brother, you fool. What you gonna teach those kids in school when they look up to you? That violence breeds violence, and it's not a fucking science, and it doesn't take a genius. Stop thinking with your penis. Single human life, the gun pointed to your head, and the rest of your family dead. Could you ever be free? Now they've murdered your dreams, crushed all of your deep beliefs in the name of peace. Well, violence breeds violence, not a fucking science, and it doesn't take a genius. Stop thinking with your penis. It's your brother, you fool. What you gonna teach those kids in school when they look up to you? It's your brother, you fool. What you gonna teach those kids in school when they look up to you? It's your brother, you fool. What you gonna teach those kids in school when they look up to you? That violence breeds violence, and it's not a fucking science, and it doesn't take a genius. Stop thinking with your penis.